Direct hit. It's coming in right now. Another solar storm. The activity is rising higher and higher. And there are no such things as coincidences, only synchronicities. How many solar storms had we had incoming already this year? And it's not going to stop. It's just picking up. And in today's very important message, we are going to dive deep into the connection between solar storms and human consciousness. We're going to see what has happened over time, all the times that we had a lot of solar activity, what actually happened to humanity during that time period. And it's an exciting time period. It's filled with energy. We're blasting off, light warriors. The DNA is activating as we speak. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, please give the video a like. It's going to help others find this very important energy update. And we're bracing for a direct hit. Oh, yeah. And Dr. Tamitha Skov says direct hit. A snake-like filament launched as a big solar storm while in the Earth strike zone. Impact July 19th. Here we are, kid. Brace for impact. Here we go. It's a good time. It's a good time to be with all of you, and we're understanding and we're overstanding how the sun, how all of this solar energy, it's upgrading us. It's activating our DNA. It's expanding our consciousness. It's exciting. The cicadas. Can you hear the cicadas out there? Can you hear the cicadas? Yeah, everything's rising up right now. Everything's rising up. And today we're going to discuss that our solar system is moving to a different part of the galaxy. We're going to talk about the Earth's magnetosphere. We're going to reflect on the Carrington event. We're going to discuss the study of Russian scientist A.L. Chajivsky. I hope I said it right. We're going to talk about integration. We're going to talk about what has happened over the history of humanity. What has happened when we had increased solar activity. And we got to brace real hard right now. We're bracing for this solar flare. It's coming in. It's good to see you, Kelly. Hold down the fort. Queens, Long Island. Yeah, everything's buzzing right now, isn't it, Kelly? It's good to see everyone. Everyone's coming on in. As you come on in, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message. We're chilling out. We're on the rocking chair. We're taking in all the energy, light warriors. We're getting activated for God mode. Yeah, God mode is coming online. Did you know God mode is turning on, light warriors? Oh, Ohio's in the house. It's good to see you. Huge storms are rolling in right now. That's right. Huge storms rolling in. And Diane, we've been discussing the massive ascension symptoms. It's starting to make sense now as we are preparing for a direct hit of this solar flare. And, what is going to happen? What's going to take place? How is our future going to be shaped by these non-stop solar storms? We had a lot in March and April. We had another one in June, and here we are, July, and this solar storm is coming in, baby, yeah. And it's not going to stop, it's not stopping. It's, we're going to see all these massive events. We can reflect on the Carrington event, and the Carrington event actually happened when the sun was weaker and we were in not such a impactful, energetic place in our galaxy. So forget about the Carrington event. What is the event of 2022 going to bring to us? Yeah. And it's solar storm after solar storm. But just like those blockbuster bombs, light warriors, you got to hit them just right. Yeah, everything has to line up. And this one, you know, it's lined up perfectly. It's not very powerful, but you know, one day during this time period, it's going to match up, and we're going to have the maximum burst, the X3 class. We're going to have it just in the right spot, and just like those blockbuster bombs, they're going to have to get just right. And it's going to cause massive shakeup for planet Earth, for Earth realm, for Gaia, for the realm that Nikola Tesla called this, whatever you would like to call it. But this place that we all inhabit, which is part of the Schumann resonance, and we're monitoring the Schumann resonance, the frequency of our world, Earth realm, it's called. Life as we know it is about to totally collapse. Oh yeah. So please give the video a like. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all. And every time we have these massive things to break down, you'll see this ugly mug on your phone. Yeah, and we're going to be discussing all these things. So, you know, if it calls you, connect on our group chats. We have a Telegram and Discord. I'm very grateful for all the support on Patreon. We had a tremendous Zoom meeting last night, and the recording of our meeting will be up later today. The cicadas are bringing it down right now. I don't know if you hear that. They're picking it back up. But let's smash the like button and let's get the show on the road. So we are bracing right now in the now moment as I'm leaving this message. We are bracing for a direct hit according to Dr. Tamitha Skov. A snake-like filament launched as a big solar storm while in the Earth strike zone impact, July 19th, 2022. Oh yeah. So, you know, we're going to be taking in this energy and we're bracing for a direct hit. And this energy from these solar storms, they affect our DNA. They affect human consciousness, and there's a lot of information out there from the past. In order to understand our future, where are we going? What is our future going to look like? In order to understand our future, we have to dive into the past. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So, why are things changing? You know, like why are the solar storm intensities amping up, right? The solar activity amping up. Well, our solar system is moving into a highly charged area of the galaxy, and the energy output of the sun is increasing. And you know, there's people, they might want to close their eyes, they want to go back to sleep, but absolutely nothing can stop this right now. Absolutely nothing. And we're seeing this. We're seeing the Schumann resonance. It keeps amping up. We're seeing, you know, the amount of solar storms increasing, right? How many times this past year in 2022 have we had these solar storms ready to change us? And there's a lot of information out there. So not only, right, when we say that this is divinely happening, you know, we are all upgrading divinely by God. And, you know, the Earth's magnetosphere, the shield that, you know, kind of maybe deflects some of this solar activity, this radiation, this galactic energy, it's diminishing, allowing more of the solar flares, allowing more of the solar storm's energy to reach us. And this is done divinely. So this energy is now reaching us, and it's helping us expand our consciousness. And this is not just some spiritual term. We're going to break this down. We're going to break down the science today, Light Warriors. If you're learning something new today, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message and in this very important channel for the now moment. We're not going back, Light Warriors. Right? This is our evolutionary journey. And this reality is about to change, and it will never be the same again. So Let's dive into the past and the research of Russian scientist A.L. Chechevsky. And A.L. Chechevsky, he did research and he had a paper on changes in human behavior and society. When we reflect, can't you see in the past year, hasn't society changed so much? And his research, he talked about the exciting effect of emphasized ideas upon the collective. And are you seeing emphasized ideas upon the collective, taking back their sovereignty at this time period? He discussed the integration of individualization for the collective. We're not just carbon copies anymore. The collective is not herded like cattle or like sheep anymore, right? So in the past, we've seen individualization rise up. We're integrating these energies. And Chechevsky did this research years ago. And what he came to a very important conclusion on was that 80% of the most significant events occurred during the years of maximum sunspot or solar storm activity. We got to write it on our blackboards, right? My papa used to say that to me. And my papa served in World War II. And we all served in World War III, the spiritual war. 80% of the most significant events, and this manifests as human unrest, revolutions, and migrations. Did you know that? 80% of the most significant events, human unrest, revolutions, and migrations, occurred during the years of maximum sunspot solar storm activity. Isn't that tremendous, light warriors? And we're seeing the sunspots open up. We're seeing the corona mass ejections. They're belching up and they're coming towards the earth right now. And just like in the past, because future proofs past, we could take a look at the past and we could see all of the massive events in the past. He said there is an acute change in the nervous and psychic character of humanity, which takes place at sunspot maximum. Isn't that interesting, light warriors? Isn't that interesting? Do you feel your power coming online right now? Do you feel feel it? Do you feel the power coming online as we speak? This is not some spiritual term. This is what's actually happening. The DNA activation is not some spiritual term. The expansion of human consciousness is not just some, ancient myth. Oh, the consciousness of humanity. You silly humans. This is just a myth. Oh, you stupid serpents. God mode is being activated as we speak right now. Yeah, God mode is turning on. Right? God mode in the chat if you're turning on God mode right now. Michael is here, and so are the 144,000. And we're gathered together. We're bringing in the science of this massive event. And all year long, we're getting blasted by this solar activity, you know? And our children need us more than ever, Stephanie. Excellent comment. And, and please continue to smash the like button. We're going to get this information out there. So if you're just tuning in, again, A.L. Chejevsky, he did research on the changes in human behavior and society during solar storm activity maximum. And there's an exciting event of emphasized ideas upon the collective. Are you seeing an exciting event of emphasized ideas upon the collective right now? Are you seeing the integration of individualization upon the collective? We don't have to all bow down to the narrative, right? What is the narrative? What is the cookie cutter? What is the carbon copy? The 666 carbon. Did you know about that? The 666 carbon. Did you know about that? And we're not the carbon copies anymore. Each and every one of you are here divinely. You are beautiful expressions of God's source energy. Did you know that? And we're learning that now. We're getting back in tune with the source frequency, and that's why the galactic energy and the solar activity is through the roof right now. And 80% of the most significant events of human unrest, revolutions, and migrations occurred during the years of maximum sunspot solar storm activity. So, you know, when we see that, you know, in the studies of Chizhevsky, the acute change in the nervous and psychic character of humanity that's taking place, it took place in the past, it's taking place right now. And, you know, everything has its seasons and cycles. And this world, it's going through a cycle right now, you know, and these things have taken place in the past. There have been many resets, right? There's been many pole shifts, if you will. God mode is activated, Kenny. It's good to see you, Kenny. I love my brothers and sisters are here. We're ready. We got God mode activated. Ready to go, son. God mode is on. So, you know, really reflect on what you've been feeling in the past few days. You know, when the sunspot opens up and the solar storm comes our way, you know, the light of the sun comes in really quick. They say it comes in 8 minutes. But the solar storm, this plasma energy, it moves slowly. So it hasn't hit us yet. And it comes in, it takes a couple of days. So what has already manifested, it's already out there. Our DNA, it's getting the preparation to accept. Isn't this all making sense right now? Some of you might be having to take a little snooze, a little sleepy, a little sweepy, and that's okay. You have to integrate these energies. But we're bracing for a direct impact right now. And, you know, through the years, and, you know, we could see that the research has shown that humanity has gone through tremendous upgrades. The body is going through tremendous upgrades. Yeah, Stephanie, even sometimes I go through this itching as well. You can feel itchy. The skin is itchy. You know, we're taking in this electromagnetic energy. And our wiring, the preparation to accept, it's so strong, it's so powerful. We have to accept this energy and bring it into our lives. The Carrington event happened years ago. And the Carrington event, if that scale event happened in modern society, electronics would go down. And many of you might have heard of the 3 days of darkness. And, you know, no one knows, you know, what the 3 days of darkness authentically might manifest as. We could see the grid go down for 3 days. We could see the internet go down for 3 days. We could see the sun go through an evolutionary step for 3 days, like the sun would almost go dark. And this energy, it's just that we might not be able to perceive this energy for 3 days. So, you know, no one really knows. They say no one knows the day or time. We don't know exactly how it's going to play out. None of us have a crystal ball, you know. Maybe the guardians of the looking glass have a crystal ball. Maybe they know how it's going to go down. But, you know, all we can do, right, we're actually on the ground, right? There's many different infinite beings that are taking place. And some people are on the ground. Commander is on the ground with all of you. And we have to actually live in this reality right now. So we actually have to take this with us and activate our DNA at this time period, because we're actually alive, and we're actually going through it right now. And you know, it's an interesting time period, and you know, we don't really know what's going on. So you know, the best that we could do is learn from our past, and you know, learn to see what's really going on. And you know, I don't know, they might start cutting the grass soon. But you know, we're gonna make it through it. So if they start cutting the grass, I'll have to you know, either maybe move my location, or you know, maybe we'll have to end this live stream. But you know, think about the things that have happened in the past. You know, humanity is not always the same all the time. And you know, when we dive into the past, you know, we could see so many changes that have occurred. And you know, these changes, you know, they're part of our lives. And you know, it's divine timing, Light Warriors. We hear the roaring of the cutting of the grass. So you know, sometimes we have to roll with the punches. Maybe we'll go inside. You think I should go inside for a little bit? Maybe I'll go inside so we could hear a little bit better. Because I don't feel like cutting it off right now, but it's gonna get real loud. We're gonna go on an excursion right now. Then you could hear me a little bit better right now. But you know, there's only so much that we can actually handle. But we're going into the dungeon right now. But I didn't want to throw you guys off with all of the loud here we go, the loud craziness that's going on out there. But you know, take the time to really switch it up if you can. Now we're inside, Light Warriors. Grand Rising, everyone. It's funny how this all works, you know, and you know, you're setting up, and we're live. But you know, I spend a lot of time outside. I have this ability. I'm not normally able to spend time outside, and you know, I like to bring the nature to you guys. You know, you probably could hear all the weed whackers and everything activating right now. Just on divine timing, when I'm live, it has to happen, but we can't undo it right now. So, you know, if we're gonna keep on going, please smash the like button. It helps others find this message. So, you know, the Carrington event, if it would have happened in today's world, it would have, you know, caused a lot of disruptions in technology. And, you know, we really don't know how humanity will react to a massive burst like that. I shared this a couple of times. It's kind of funny. It's funny. It wasn't funny for some people, and maybe you remember this, but years ago there's a failing platform called Facebook, and Facebook went down, and people were calling 911. Did you remember that years ago? This was several years ago, and you know, Facebook went down, and people, they started to call 911. Isn't that tremendous? So, you know, what are people going to do in the society if we have another Carrington event, a Carrington event 2.0? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. You know, and you know, things happen in inopportune. You know, like right now, you know, all of a sudden the weed whackers start turning on, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I have to invoke the will beats the skill, right? That's why I share about the will beats the skill, because you know, all of these crazy things are going to happen. And do you have the will of God inside of your DNA? We're actually activating God mode right now. And let me know, is the sound good? I got the 5x5 in the chat right now. We got the 5x5. So, when we really reflect, and, Krzyzewski did this research, and, he came to the conclusion that 80% of significant events for humanity, like human unrest, revolutions, and migrations, have happened during this solar storm maximum. And look at all the solar storms that we've had so far. And, things are lining up. So when this happens, it all has to be lined up. And, recently, if you're just tuning in to this world famous live stream, we're on the go right now. Dr. Tamitha Skov says direct hit, and a snake-like filament launched as a big solar storm while in the Earth strike zone. Right, so some of you are familiar with the Goldilocks zone, the habitable zone of the Earth. Well, when we have one of these solar storms, of solar flare that comes out, it has to be just right, and this one is just right. So the most important thing is that it's activating us, it's helping us become the person that we came here to be. That's tremendous. Galactic Guardians, God mode to pump you up. Cheer! We're getting pumped up right now, and we're turning on God mode. So the solar storms, they're really serving a very important role for what we're all going through right now. And we have to really embrace it. And, we need to stick together. And there isn't much out there on these things. That's why it's my honor to present this information. And I'm grateful for all of you. So when you smash the like button, keep smashing the like button. We're going to get this information out there. And when you share this information, you share the link, it helps others stumble across this message. Because, solar storms and solar activity, it's kind of swept under the rug. What do they actually show on the news nowadays? They show a lot of fear. They don't show about individualization, which is part of the solar storm activity. So we're all embracing our individualization right now. We all are individuals. Yes, we're all one. We're part of the collective. But we're all bringing something to the table. That's why we're the 144,000. And the Hopi prophecy spoke about the warriors of the rainbow in their unique gifts. God gave you unique gifts, and that's represented in the colors, right? The energies that we all have. And we have to embrace these energetic colors at this time. I can do things that you can't do, and you can do things that I can't do. And collectively, we form the 144,000. Because, it's not given to one person, it's given to a collection of people. And they, collectively, are going to create the new earth. And that's why we're gathered like this. That's why each and every one of us have a fractile of this energy, and we bring something special to the table. So it really is, Paul, it's like a different dimension out there. Every once in a while, I pop in, I say, what's going on down there in the 3D? What's going on down there? And it's bizarro land. It's literally the opposite. We're seeing the new earth. We're seeing all these wonderful things happen. We're upgrading our DNA, and there's a totally different narrative out there. So, you really have to embrace this at this time period. And the solar storms, they're giving us what we really need. So, I really, I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all your support. If you haven't connected on our group chats, we have group chats on Telegram and Discord. I'm very grateful for all the support on Patreon. We have live Zoom meetings. The recording of last night's Zoom meeting will be up on Patreon by the end of the day. And, just keep sharing the message. And when you leave a comment, how you're feeling when you smash the like button, when you share the link. Others are going to find this. And, you know, solar flares, the solar activity, it's part of our world right now. And all of these things are connected. So like the more and more people, they're looking out there and they're looking at the people, the false idols on the TV, and they're saying, wow, this is all fake. Because you're waking up, you're expanding your consciousness at this time. And, you know, it's really an important time period to embrace this. So, yeah, they might come inside. They might start mowing the lawn in here too. So, you know, but it's really, it's important that, you know, you understand this. We had a deep discussion about this happening last night in our Zoom meeting. You know, you'll see people activate. So when you're trying to get a message out there, that's why this is a spiritual war. So, and it's within a matrix reality. So, you know, as I'm presenting something so important, this information of the solar activity, they're gonna start mowing the carpet, right? You know, these things just activate, and now the rest of the day it's gonna be quiet. And we're all preparing, Skyheart, for the most powerful day of the year tomorrow. And I'm going to see you all tomorrow. It's going to be a tremendous day. It's a powerful day. And we're all activating God mode tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be tremendous. And I hope to see you all. And we're going to really focus all of our abilities on activating, you know, everything that we are supposed to be. And it's going to be a tremendous, it's a tremendous day. It's the most powerful day on the calendar. It's called July 20th. And I'm going to be breaking that down because just like everything else, these things have been hidden from you. Oh yeah. But we're going to bring forth the evidence tomorrow. It's the most powerful day of the year. And, you know, an important day where archangels have come in. Yeah. It's going to be tremendous. Yeah, it's a powerful time period. But, you know, future proves past, and, you know, the information is out there. We just need to dive into this. We have to learn the ways of, you know, the controllers and how they hide things from us. So, you know, the 144,000 are here. We're activating. We're different colors, classes, and creeds, and we're here to bring forth the Hopi prophecy. We're the warriors of the rainbow. So it's a tremendous day tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and click the bell, select all. And then maybe we won't get interrupted by lawnmowers and weed whackers tomorrow. Divine timing. Yeah, but you know, we got this one done, and it's going to be tremendous. Continue to share this message and leave comments and think about all these things today that we discussed. So, you know, there's a lot of research out on this, and, you know, think about the exciting effect of emphasized ideas upon the collective, the integration of individualization for the collective, and understand and overstand that 80% of the most significant events like human unrest, revolutions, and migrations have happened during the maximum solar storm activity. And that's where we are right now. And this is the evidence, this is the science that needs to be shared to the collective. And we're seeing that. Don't be afraid of the change. You know, like, change is scary. Change is very scary. I know this, right? Even myself. I've been going through a lot of change this year. We talked about it last night. You get some nervous breakdowns when you go through change. You're like, oh, it's too much change. But we are going through this change, and nothing could stop this change. So we have to embrace this change. Don't be fearful of the change. Energy is the ability to cause change. So there's so much energy. We see this in the output of the sun. Know that our solar system is going through a more energetic place in the galaxy, and absolutely nothing can stop this. Change is growth, Monica. It was good to see you last night on Patreon. Yeah, it was tremendous, and I'm gonna get the copy up for everyone that missed it last night. And the links are in the description and at the pinned comment. I'm grateful for all of you, and ride the waves. The solar storms, they ain't stopping, kid. So we have a tremendous day to prepare for tomorrow. We're preparing to turn God mode on tomorrow. Yeah, we're turning on God mode tomorrow. So I'll see you all soon. And I love you all. And I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. Have a great day. Namaste. And I'll see you all in the rising. Love you all. Bye for now.